Hello, Rop Papen here at the NAMM Show 2015 and showing our latest baby, which is called Raw. And Raw is just has been released and offers a focus on distorted sound. So it's really great for dubstep, drum and bass, hardcore dance music. And the first preset already says it. It's the first preset is called Agony. So the focus is totally on distortion, and if you use distortion, you want to have also a control in EQing. So what we added is inside Raw is on the oscillator side. We added a Raw parameter, which is phase distortion, but we added also to the, okay, let me take another preset. Also an EQ section. So after the normal audio routing, oscillators, filter, amplifier, you get EQ, which is ahead of the distortion, and then you get an EQ after the distortion. And the distortions are wave shaper, a distortion module with several algorithms, and lo-fi. And they are on note level, so which means that each note has its own distortion. Well, maybe it's better to play a sound. As you can hear, a very distorted, nasty sound. If I would put down the wave shaper and the distortion, you already hear how much influence the distortion has. A very soft sound now. When I put on the distortion, okay, that's one thing. We added a bank manager, which many presets from famous DJs from Europe, DJ Hidden, Ophidian, which are very big names in the hardcore dance scene, and also other producers. What they also is interesting to tell is that we have an LFO, so go back from the bank manager, an LFO which makes that you can draw your own movement. So I go to this one. So normally you have an LFO in the with waveform, sinus waveform. But now we added user 1 and user 2. User 1, you can see here, down here, in this green wave. And you can split it in 8th note, 16th note, and draw your own movement for the LFO, for making wobbles. Of course, MIDI time based. Okay, the LFO, main LFO, it has a vertical slider, so in user interface this is also very user friendly. If you want to have the LFO on the amplifier, on the volume, you pull it up. If you want to have it on the panning, you pull it up. Well, it's of course a synthesizer with many controls, an arpeggiator, top quality FX, but also has an easy page. And the easy page is the main parameters for people who not want to have deep editing, just want to have some basic editing. It has the easy page. Okay, next to the distorted sounds, it has of course also the regular synth sounds, or some special features like this one here inside the okay, I need to select this preset. It's called Modulation Matrix Level 2, I call it. Because in the modulation matrix normally you have a source and a destination. So the sound starts very simple with the sinus waveform, but in the modulation matrix I can tell it that the modulation wheel changes the sound, but from really certain steps, thresholds. So when I go with the modulation wheel to 40%, it adds a bit of distortion. When I go over 40%, it starts adding the delay. And if I go over this, it adds the flanger. So you can really start with a simple sound and change it in one go with the modulation wheel. So that's the modulation matrix. We have high quality FX, also an algorithm of out reverb. So if you add reverb to this synthesizer, it has a really very dense reverb sound. Let me show you with an example. I need to find the preset very quick. Oh, with this preset, I open the modulation wheel to change the length of the reverb. So quite some deep editing is possible with Raw. It's going to cost $179. It's available already, and also part of the Explorer 3 bundle.